All right, this next girl, this is my girl. Don't give it up to Lisa Sears.
How you guys doing? Wow. Like you said, my name is Lisa Sears, and no, I'm no relation to the store. Because if I were, they wouldn't have been called Snap-on tools. That means I think Dickie is Iggy. Well, I have since closets were dark and scary. You know, back when you finally got let out, you had a beautiful mullet to go with it. Yeah. Back when trans meant drag queens only. Now there's trans men, there's trans women, transgenders, and transgingers. Come on now, ginger is a redhead, trans, never mind. Okay, never mind, scratch that joke. Anyways, I've been out since BE, you know, before Ellen. Since women had bushes. Some of you don't realize those things they used to grow, do you? Because you're not old enough to know that, right? They did. Watch 80s porn, you'll figure it out. And yeah, so I was real happy when they started doing landscaping. But these women started doing landing strips, and I'm like, that's stupid, it's not a plane. So I did one this way, so when I looked down at my girlfriend, she looked like Hitler. She didn't think it was near as funny as I did, but she actually stayed for 8 years, so yeah. So a few years ago, I got diagnosed with a little case of breast cancer, and I had to go to this thing called Chemo Teach. So me and my girlfriend at the time were sitting there with a nurse, and we'll just call her by her real name, Twat Waffle. We're sitting in this room, and this nurse is explaining that there's going to be foods that aren't going to taste good anymore. And there's going to be foods that I can't eat, like lettuce, because you can't wash it all the way. I'm like, okay. She said, do you have any animals? And I'm like, yeah, I have dogs. And she said, don't let them lick you for 24 hours. They could get sick because of the poison. And I'm like, okay, I could probably do that. She goes, or anybody. And I'm like, why would, oh. Yeah, I should have let her. But after my double mastectomy, I also had a wifectomy and cut that cancer out, so I didn't have to let her lick it. But so I ended up going and getting a tattoo after my double mastectomy, and I got it right underneath my scar. And let me just tell you, a few years ago, it was like in the early 2000s, I got my mom's initial on my lower back. Now it's called a tramp stamp. I just learned this, I got underneath my thing, here underneath my scar, it's called a skank flank. How many of you guys have skank flanks? Come on, don't lie. Come on, right here, on your side, right? That's a skank flank. What the fuck is next? I mean, you know, you could tell somebody's age by their tattoos also. If they're 40 plus, they have cartoon characters like Mickey Mouse or Pooh Bear. Mickey Mouse on the cankle, you know. If they're in their 30s, they have an infinity symbol or a star on their arm or elbow. Right? And if they're in their 20s, usually late 20s, they have a nice big thigh tattoo. Right? So I'm wondering what they're going to rename these things to. I mean, the women that have the tattoos on their chest, are they going to call those hussy busties? I mean, or what about the wrist with the infinity tattoo? Is that a snatch patch? What about the leg tattoo? Is that going to be a twat spot? I mean, you never know, because I didn't know this was going to be a tramp stamp or a skank flank. And it's funny because tramp is not even in my vocab. I mean, I've never even known when I stand. Dion thinks it's hilarious and I should talk about that. I'm a lesbian that can't talk to women. I'm Lisa Sears, and if you have somebody single, don't send them my way, because I cannot talk to them. Okay, next up is Jay Tulig.
Thank you.